Welcome to another edition of One Take Only. I'm George Phillips with OilPressure.com. This is my one-time friend, John McClellan. And John, it is race week.
It's race week. How about it? You just got back from I thought, a pretty good weekend. What was it that you liked and what was it that you didn't like about this past weekend before we get into the preview?
There's not much not to like. I was, in fact, at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and I was watching Indy cars go around in the right direction. So I'm not a fan of the qualifying format. I think that they could pull anything out there and you'd jump on their bandwagon and love it, but I prefer something that fills the field from the front back, not from the back forward. I'm just not a fan of it, but it's what we've got right now, so we'll live with it. But other than that, I had a ball this weekend. I had a blast the last two weekends. The Grand Prix weekend, last weekend was qualifying, but most importantly, this weekend is
race weekend.
Race weekend for the Indianapolis 500.
500. Okay, well, this is my take on all that. If we had, 70 entries or 60 entries even, then we could have some drama. Pole day would be pole day, and then we'd see bump day.
If we had 60 or 70, we'd have two weekends.
That's right. But we don't have that. We barely had 33. Now, with the way those things, the way it's set up, it did make it for an enjoyable weekend to me because that Ed Carpenter, he came out and really showed big speed with that Chevrolet. He's got the speed in the Chevys. Penske doesn't. Okay, now with
so
that
what's your point?
I'm saying that that was great drama. Not only that, damn, he almost got the pole again. That was great.
Oh, almost.
Hildebrand did great too. Did a good job.
Second year in a row that Ed Carpenter Racing has been in the middle of the front row, because last year was Newgarden.
That's right.
But
also, what I like too is that he might be inside row 4, but Ron Hunter-Reay, he's got top row speed.
He could start on the last row and you'd love it.
Well, I mean, I do, but I'm really excited. It's exciting that he's got a great car.
Yeah.
And he did well, and I too. Rahal did real good.
He's got. And
if you remember, I said besides Ed and Ron Hunter-Reay, to keep an eye on Alonso.
Well, that's really going out on a limb. Face it, anybody, perhaps with the exception of Jack Harvey, anybody associated with Andretti Autosport this month is in real good shape for race day. And that's no disrespect for Jack Harvey, but he's a rookie. Alonso's a rookie, but he's not really a rookie.
No, he's no rookie.
And
boy, he did. I tell you what, I was disappointed though, because I really was thinking before Bourdais got into the wreck, got into that wall, I was just like, wow, Coyne, they could be hot.
He was turning. He had 2 laps over 231, but then things went wrong in a hurry. And
what do you think that was?
What I think it was, he committed the cardinal sin on an oval. He turned right, and it's easy. As Paul Dalby said the other day, it is very easy to sit here and say, don't turn right, but when you're in that situation, your instincts are going to say, turn into the skid, turn into the slide, but as A.J. Foyt will tell you, he said that on that Havoline commercial with Nigel Mansell, don't ever turn right on an oval. He's right, because what happened,
that too, back in the day.
I'm sure he did. Whatever happened, he got squirrely, and you can see it on slow motion, those wheels are like that, and the front end bit, and he went straight into that wall. Fortunately, it was a slightly glancing blow. A lot of people are comparing that, justifiably so, to Gordon Smiley's crash. Fortunately, this one had a lot happier ending.
Yes.
He's not in great shape. He's got multiple fractures in his pelvis. He's got broken right hip, I believe. But he might go racing again, but most importantly, he's going to get to see his kids grow up.
That's right. And the thing about it is that not that he has to prove that he's one of the greats, but dang,
He is one of the
he
greats.
is, and he didn't have to prove it. But it would have been cool to have to see him. Really, I think he had a chance to go get it this year.
When I was up there last weekend, I forget where I heard this, but somebody told me that he had been quoted as saying he wants to be back in the car at Sonoma in the season finale. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'd like to see it. I don't know how likely that is. He may never drive again. I don't know, but
boy, he's been great. I'm really glad that we got to see his career.
But getting back to the other drivers that are going to be in the field, I think the Andretti cars, like I said, except for Harvey, they're the ones to beat. I mean, you got Rossi on the front row, and of course Dixon's on the pole.
That's right. Watch out for Dixon.
So
Kanon's not. I mean, he's in a good spot.
I think he's 7th. So
Yeah.
So I think he's. So that put him inside the third row. So, but everybody, Chevy had a bad qualifying. I mean, they only put 3 cars in the top 17 spots. That's not good any way you slice it. They do have one on the front row, but other than that, you had Hildebrand was 6th, and then after that you got to go all the way back to 18th to find Montoya, and that's
disappointing.
Yeah. And
Wait. What about Will Power?
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Will Power's 9th, I believe. So he was dead last in the Fast 9. So, but I'll tell you who else has been putting together an extremely solid yet extremely quiet month of May. Ed Jones with Coyne. He he barely missed the Fast 9 on Saturday. And he backed that up. He qualified 11th. So
Coyne would have had, coulda, woulda, whatever. But dang, Coyne had Sebastian Bourdais right there.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
like I say,
how sad.
2 laps over 231, right before everything went wrong.
And Coyne, he deserves it. He's really worked hard. He's been a great owner. Even though with what he's got, I wish I could. If ever I run into a Sonny's Barbecue, boy, I'm gonna get two of those sandwiches.
We don't have them here.
I know it, but if ever I run into one, by gosh, look out.
Okay. Now you've ruined my train of thought. But anyway, Honda had a great day on Sunday, but don't count out the Chevys just yet. And don't count out Penske. Penske had a day to forget on Sunday, I mean, he didn't luck into those 16 baby Borgs he's got.
No, of course not. No, I know it. But I'll tell you what. There's one thing that Andretti, he didn't luck into any of his baby Borgs either.
No.
And Brian Herta, he's got 2 of them.
That's right.
And those were just you got to play the game.
So and don't underestimate Rossi. I mean, he's not on. Some would say that, and in all honesty, I'm not going to call it a fluke, but he played the numbers game and
won.
Came up big and he won. But that doesn't mean that it was a fluke and he lucked into it necessarily. He's a good driver and he has improved quite a bit since last May, and he's up on the front row, and I think that he is every bit of a threat as anybody else is.
Yeah.
On that front row.
Oh, he's the real deal. Also, what really works well is that Brian Herta, he's the real deal too. He called a great race, and you know what they say, George? You guys don't know this. It's the first person to reach 500 miles wins this baby. And Rossi,
Really?
yeah, that's right. So Rossi
Mr.
won.
Master of the Obvious.
There you go. Hey, but that means Rossi won the race. No fluke, nothing.
Well,
He
yeah,
won the
okay.
race, and it's a team sport.
Tony Kanaan, don't rule him out.
No, don't rule Tony Kanaan.
But don't
He's
rule
also-
Penske out. And I do want to speak a little bit on James Davison. he has caught some. Well, he hasn't, but Dale Coyne has caught some flack for hiring Davison. I think he proved in Monday's practice that he knows how to do it. I know somebody pointed out the other day, and rightfully so, that he did. I think in 15, he caused a pretty bad pit accident with Coyne in the 15 race, but he's still a good driver.
Right.
And I think the sentimental choice was to put Stephen Wilson in that car. No disrespect to Stephen Wilson, but the fact that there was only going to be the Monday practice before whoever that driver was going to sit in that car, I just think that Coyne made the right choice to go with somebody who's already driven for Coyne before. He does have 2 Indianapolis 500s under his belt instead of just one, and Stephen Wilson's time will come, and he did step aside, gave up his ride this year with Alonso so that Alonso could get it. But I think that to say that he deserved that ride, I think is a bit of a stretch.
I do too.
No one deserves anything, and he's not entitled to that ride.
And Coyne, he's earned this anyway.
Yeah, and it's not up to Dale Coyne. He's been through enough this past weekend. It's not up to Dale Coyne to do what's best for IndyCar or what's best for Stephen Wilson. It's up to Dale Coyne to do what's best for Dale Coyne,
Right.
and I think he did it.
I do too.
So,
And not only that too, they're getting it's the backup road course car. They worked on it today. They got a little speed out of it.
Yeah.
They didn't look like
you mean on Monday?
Yeah, yesterday. I'm sorry.
This is running on Thursday, by the way. Thank you.
Anyway, hey, go Preds, huh? How about them?
Yeah, we'll know if they made it or not by the time this runs.
Okay, good.
Anyway, so what else? You sat on the couch and watched this while I was out amongst everything. What were your thoughts?
I thought I was I was really excited that to see where Ray Hall and Ryan Hunter-Reay were going to wind up. This is Saturday, where they were going to wind up on Sunday. That re-qualification thing, that is interesting, and I found it to be a sweat. Going through that, and also
it's a sweat,
Ed Carpenter, he stole the show on Saturday, and I really wanted to see him.
Well, I think most people did, just because he's an American and he's a fan favorite, especially there in Indianapolis. But
I enjoyed that.
I thought Dixon, when he put up a 232.5 or whatever, I mean that was a big number.
Yeah, that was a big number.
So anyway, what else you got? What are your plans for the weekend?
Well, I'm gonna.
You going to the Burger Bash?
No, I'm not gonna be at the Burger Bash, guys. Won't be there.
Okay.
But I will be at. Might run into your brother Friday night.
Mug and Bun?
Mug and Bun.
Yeah,
I've got my brother
I can't fault you with
and the boys and
Why
my
don't you go
son.
to Dawson's?
Well, maybe.
You've never even been to Dawson's.
Oh, yes, I have. I love Dawson's. But then Friday, I've got we're going to hook up with a fella that was like an older brother to me.
I don't need to know every
kid.
detail here.
We'll hook him up with at Giacomo's. So that'll be fun.
So you want to run him off?
No, he knows good pizza. He's been
Then he's not going to go to Giacomo's. That place is horrible.
It's great.
You sent me on a wild goose chase clear across town over the east side.
You Hoosiers out there, that's a good spot.
That place is like painted cardboard.
No, it wasn't. It was great.
I've had better pizza from Red Bear.
Something happened, but no. Okay, well that's enough out of that.
Okay.
We're going to go to Giacomo's. I love it.
What time you get to the track Sunday?
We're going to get to the track Sunday no later than 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Day's half over by then.
Oh, I'm talking about Indiana time.
Just like I said. Well, when you're there, it's the local time.
Yeah, okay. We'll get there about 8 o'clock.
You set your watch.
Because we're going to get up early. And
you don't sit there and wake up and go, oh, it's really 4 o'clock my time.
I don't do that. We're going to also, my brother's son-in-law and his father is coming with us. I've got another brother-in-law that's going to be with us, and I think he's going to sit with you.
No, I think you're getting the big treat to get to sit with me this time. That's going to be interesting.
I can't wait. Looking forward to it.
Maybe we can do a
one take only.
Yeah,
Let's do it
at lap 100.
Yeah. Hey, that would be great.
I don't think so. Anyway, anything else you got?
No, I don't. Other than, what are you going to do? Oh, you're going to go up there. Hey, Paul, by the way. Hey, Paul Dalby. You guys had a big weekend, didn't you? You're going to hook up with Paul? I want to see Paul, too. I got a couple things I want to tell him. Yes,
Okay.
indeed.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Paul, I can't wait.
No, we saw him the last 2 weekends.
I know. Yes, you
So,
did.
all right. So anyway, big weekend coming up,
Yeah.
biggest of the year. And who's your pick?
Okay. How many? Do I get one pick?
One pick. Only one person can win the race.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win this race. It will be, golly, Scott Dixon's looking great. Ed, Ryan Hunter-Reay is going to win the race.
I'm going to really go out on a limb. Scott Dixon's going to win the race.
Okay. It's good.
At least we're
Scott
both-
Dixon very well could win this race.
We're both in agreement on one thing. A Honda will win it.
Oh, yeah. But I'm going to tell you, if you let me pick three, I'll tell you who.
Three people can't win the race.
No, but golly.
That's a multiple choice.
This is the Indianapolis 500.
Yeah, only one person can win it. They don't put three heads
Okay,
on the
so
Borg
let
Warner
me
Trophy
tell you what.
each year.
Let's say if Scott Dixon conks out on lap 50, I'm sending you out of there. 'Cause you had nobody to cheer for.
Didn't say I was going to cheer for him. I just said who's going to win.
Okay.
I'm cheering for several drivers.
I see. I've got several drivers too.
Yeah, but
You wanna hear who they
one.
are?
No, I don't, because only one. I know who they are. Graham Ray Hall and Ryan Hunter-Reay.
And who else?
I don't know. Whoever's winning.
Well, I'd like to see Hinch come up.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Ed Carpenter and Scott Dixon.
Okay. Okay.
I'd like Tony Kanaan winning it.
I'd love to see Tony Kanaan win it.
Yeah, that would be great. What about Marco?
Marco could win it.
Marco could win it.
I predicted he'd win the pole, and he let me down, so I'm not going to pick him. to win.
So you're mad at Marco. Well, don't be mad at Marco.
Whatever. All right.
The Fast Nine.
Anything else?
No, nothing else.
Okay. So we'll see who wins.
Okay, I can't. Well, listen, Jack and I, we are pumped up. That was yesterday. That
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. That was awesome. We enjoyed it. The speed. They were faster on Sunday than they were on Saturday, and we're going to take off tomorrow morning early. My brother's coming to get me tomorrow morning, which is Friday.
You've just blown the whole thing. Anyway,
When are you leaving tomorrow? Are you leaving tonight or tomorrow?
I don't know. We're either going to leave Thursday night, early Thursday night,
Okay.
or Friday morning.
So I expect to see you on the road tonight or tomorrow morning.
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll make that decision when Thursday gets here. You idiot. Anyway, for Big Mouth John McClellan,
Hey!
I am George Phillips with OilPressure.com. Thanks for watching.
See ya.